My name is Nick Griffin. I've been here at Beaver Lane for right at 7 years. Current rank is firefighter, also TR certified and EMT. Yesterday we had one of our 2 yearly heavy lift classes with Secrets Record, local record company, lets us come to their yard and train. More or less my role was, I don't know if you'd call me a moderator or facilitator. I was over one of the pits involving a bobtail semi truck rolled over on a car and was going through motions with the students to get the truck off the car far enough to we could extricate the patients in the car beneath it. One of the easiest things we found to do in all 4 scenarios was a type of controlled roll, controlled lower. The fastest and simplest one was to use our Paratech hydrofusions in cooperation with a grip hoist to pull the truck back to get the weight off the car so we could facilitate moving the lower vehicle away from the truck to make our extrication easier. We'd have had a team rig ready to move the car away if we had a recovery operator there. They could have moved the car, but if not, we'd have moved the car away from the hazard zone and then we could have just extricated like a normal 4-wheel extrication. Biggest thing is make sure we get a plan, make sure everybody understands the plan, and we roll with that plan. It's important to have plans A through Z. We start with the fastest one we think will work, get everybody on that plan. The minute we see that plan is not going to work, we transition into the next plan and so forth. We're looking here at our Paratech struts. Right now, they're the heaviest struts on the market. When you start dealing with heavier weights, bigger than passenger vehicles, it's probably what you need to look at. We know that in our training. If we roll up right now on a larger vehicle, we know not to use our other struts. The other struts do fine in their scope of practice, but when you need length and strength, you need to go to the Paratechs. Some of our struts are rated anywhere from 80,000 down to about 20,000 pounds in their safety rating. All that is a giant erector set. Once you buy one system, you just keep adding to it until you're satisfied. Multiple pieces and parts go together to do the job, and it's important to have the training to know which pieces go where and what you're trying to do. It goes back to having that strong team lead when you pull up on a rescue scene. They need to know what they want. They need to be able to tell the people what they need to do to facilitate that for the ones that's not as comfortable or familiar with it. Pull it back into it.
Gotcha.
If we were lifted, yes, we'd want to be as close, but because we're both on this side, we'll have to watch it. We may have to lower one faster, slower than the other.
Okay.
There's 3 people orchestrating this right here. So everybody's got to be in time because the grip hoist has to keep enough tension to keep it steady in the strut. The strut can't outrun it. Remember, just 2 fingers on that needle valve because that's all it takes, and just very gently let it creep down. Essentially what you're going to really want it to do is you actually want to load the grip hoist a little heavy and then just let it creep down so you can watch and see how those hydrofusions are moving.
Go ahead, grip hoist, and start tracking your valve just a little bit.
Let me know if I'm going too fast there.
Alright, if you got that much tension on, stop. Lock everything out. Alright, everybody come to this side. Let all that sit over there. We'll drag this car out. You know, maybe not as far as where Rescue 10 is, but we would move ourselves out of the danger zone. Yeah, collapse zone, danger zone, whatever you want to call it. Get all this stuff out of our way, and we'd go to work in this car like a regular 4-wheel rest and wreck that everybody in the world knows how to cut on, right? Bobtail truck and trailer, all you got to worry about is the front. The back ain't going to do nothing. Whatever the front does, that's what the back's going to do too. Now, if it had a trailer hooked up, we'd have to do a whole lot more than that right there because naturally more weight's in the box most of the time. Even if the trailer's back there by itself, figure that 53-foot van body right there weighs somewhere about 17,000 pounds, maybe a little bit less than that, but anywhere from 12 to 17, depending on how it's constructed. it's going to be trying to pull everything over if it's already down.
Well, you know, we didn't lift that much. Even if a box was on it, you would get quite a bit of twist.
That's right.
You could still twist
right.
that part and not have to worry to pull the car out.
Right. The only consideration be if that load was pulling down on it, because it's going to try to twist that.
Well, if it had more to go, if the then yeah, you got quite a bit more. But if it's laying flat,
that's right,
and this is still twisted, you could probably move it 3 or 4 inches that way to pull the car.
And that's the difference. A lot of people get racked up about truck frames. One thing you got to remember is that's a high carbon steel frame. It's made to twist and turn. Else, if it didn't, it would break. A lot of them do break, even manufactured the way they are. But you can get a lot, if you got enough anchor points, you can get a lot more twist out of that frame on that truck than you really realize.
Oh yeah.
So